Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Becca at Beccas by the Bay. I make handmade soaps and lotions and scrubs and stuff, as well as gardening in our little urban homestead here in Corpus Christi, Texas. So these are really popular in our shop right now, and I got some more molds, and so I'm going to go over a tutorial on showing you guys how I paint these. They're really cool. Let's see. I do them in an ombre, like a red with activated charcoal, yellow, and the orange has some activated charcoal. I've already pre-done the eyeballs, so basically, whenever you want to paint with mica or glitters and things like that, make sure it's safe. Just two off the top of my head that are really good that I like to use is Wholesale Supplies Plus and Nurture Soap Company. Something else you're going to need, I guess, and things like that. You want to get yourself some rubbing alcohol. Now, because of the pandemic, mostly you have to use, it makes your mixture very wet and takes longer to dry. So sometimes it's a little bit more time consuming to work with. Your 91% alcohol will make it more like a paint, and it will dry quicker wet. And I start dry, and I will paint black activated. So after I do all of them, I have on my tray here, I'll get some Q-tips and I'll spritz them with my rubbing alcohol. I'll just go back and I'll clean up all around the edges. The mica you're using, because it will change. Just clean up a little. And it's like my selenite block out of the way. Kind of like an eraser. And it just gets rid of any of that charcoal that's around the eyeballs, so that your coloring, when you add the new colors, will show up really well. So it is kind of a messy process. So if you don't mind getting full of mica and glitter and sparkling like a fairy, you will have so much fun doing this. I find that this is like my favorite downtime when I'm making soaps, is painting them. It's very relaxing and therapeutic for me. So the next thing I will do is, since I already have a photograph up on my Etsy shop, when I originally started doing these, I just painted one to see what kind of colors scheme I wanted to go with, and then I would match the rest of my soaps to that one color scheme and just repeat it. So I've got some more molds, so I'm able to paint these a little bit faster. And I do that just because that saves me time on taking more photographs. And if they're all different, people really kind of want what's in the picture. So I try to make a design, similar enough that everyone is happy when they get their soaps, that it looks like the picture. And so I really kind of strive for that. So anywho, we're going to get to, here's one of our soaps. Let's see if I can. I don't really have a good camera setup, sorry. Let's see. I'm in my PJs. I got my coffee ones on. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to do my yellow. So I spray some rubbing alcohol. Let's see what I'm doing. No, almost. You can't quite see what I'm doing. Maybe over here. Okay, so I'm mixing it up like a paint. And just thick enough where it's not runny. And then I paint. And I do brush strokes. I find that the eyes come out really good by doing brush strokes, so it looks like, how your eye has like these striations, variations. It's not like a solid, like I made a circle, you know what I mean? It doesn't look natural that way. So anywho, there's a yellow. So then I do orange. Because I've seen people do where they just do like one color in the center, or they do two, and that's cool. I don't know. I just decided to try three, and it came out really cool, and so that's what I've been doing. So whatever you guys want to do, you do you, boo. So anywho, that's what I did. And then I come in with the orange. And use whatever color palette you have for micas and glitters. You can mix mica with glitter. So like you could get like a glitter sparkle, which I don't know where my glitter is at. Here it is. I've got a glitter here. You could mix your glitter with your color and it will come out really sparkly, like extra sparkly. See, if it's too wet, it will run. That's the problem there with making it too wet. So you just add a little bit more mica so it's less runny, so it dries quicker. So you can move on to the next color. And if you need to go back and touch up, don't worry about it. I do that I'll do all of these, and then if there's anything that looks whatever to me, I'll go back and do like a touch up. Because I check out all my soaps before I package them up. So if there's anything that looks wonky to me, I'll do like another touch up. So okay, so there's our yellow, there's our orange. I've got a bronze color. So again, I'm gonna like clean off my brush in between. Spritz my rubbing alcohol. That's too wet, as I can tell already. So here's my bronze. And this is probably the best bronze I've found. It's, I think, called Egyptian Bronze from Wholesale Supply Plus. It's gorgeous. I just love this color in a lot of soaps. It just reminds me of a very stately Greek gods and goddesses kind of color. I just love it. So anywho, we're going to paint like the lower lid. Just take your time, you know, I mean, you don't have to rush this. That's the best part about crafting is you just enjoy what you do, and I love doing this. I don't like doing it when I'm pressed for time, you know what I mean? So I like to, like on a day like this, just take some time and get the things done that I like to do like this. So it's all about layering. I'm going to do the upper lid. And we're like outlining that eye so that it pops. Pick any color you want. There's tons of cool other people that are doing these, and they do some really fun color variations. It does help to flip this back upside down so that you can get that inside of that upper lid, kind of like the eyelashes. And it looks so much better when you take the time to do that. It really makes the eye pop out. So we're just following the lines. And then I think I did for whatever reason, I did every other horn a different color. So anywho, so there's that. And then I just kind of, this you want it a little bit wetter, but not too wet. And I'll just tap. I'm just tapping on and blotting on some of my bronze. And then I just do brush strokes over the different horn parts. And along here, it kind of just, the brush goes wherever. So it's not very specific. It's just, that's how I do it. And it makes it look really cool. All right, so our next color is here. All right, so I thought I've got several different browns. So I've got a gingerbread. So I've got 3 different color browns. Letting the brush go wherever to touch, and this creates your highlights and your lowlights and your definition and your creases and your shadows and whatever, all that good. So this is how I get this to put this over the bronze. And if you do too much of one, you can always go back after it's dry in that spot and add back a pop of whatever color you're looking to do. So don't stress out about it. It's art. It's whatever happens. You can always like fix it or paint over it, or don't stress about it. It'll be fun. All right. So there's that. There's our gingerbread brown, and now I've got this is chocolate brown. This is not one that I use in a whole lot of soap, so I figured I was trying to use it up here. And it's a really cool color that adds like a really nice dark shadow. If you don't want black, but you want like almost black, you know, like in mascaras, you have like that brown that's almost black. That's what this would be. So we're going to outline and create a dark shadow up above that eye, above the eye. Sorry, I keep moving my hand. I keep moving my hand. Terrible. Right. And then just kind of blotting. And then I know I used it up here on the horns because it made a much darker color with that bronze, and it looks really cool. So anywho. And take the time to like look at your soaps from all the different angles, because sometimes you might miss a spot and you might want to fill something in. So there's that. Do a little bit darker here. So what's next? Oh, okay. Rinse this off again. And here is my silver. It's called sterling silver mica. And this one is a really, really pretty silver. There's another good silver, I think, that Nurture has too. I forget which one it is. Anyway, here's our silver, and this adds, I don't know, just adds another dimension, and it looks really cool. Sometimes more is more, and it's the right kind of more. You know what I mean? So, anywho, just adds another layer of depth. So, there's that. Let's see. What else did I have going on? Okay, so the last part, I guess I could, there is a little bit of a wave here, so you can, like, you can paint that too, if you want. Can't remember if I did or not, but anywho. Go on the back side and paint the backs of the horns. So cool. Alrighty, so the last thing that I'm going to do is to make the eye pop a little bit more. And this has more of a bronzy brown tone, so with the blue, I can show you with the blue ones. With the blue ones, I used activated charcoal to paint like, you know, like your mascara, or like your eyelashes, eye. And the black worked really good here, but it doesn't look right with this color scheme. So I've got that dark chocolate brown. And you don't want this too wet because you don't want it to run. You just did all this work to paint this really beautiful. And so you want your paint kind of thick like a mascara. All right, so you're going to turn it upside down. And like you would, you're just going to lightly go and paint in like your eyelashes, like you're painting mascara. And then you're going to turn it around the other way. If it's still wet, blow on it and let it dry a little bit more so that it doesn't run back the other way once you flip it the other way. Or do the tops of all of them and then go back and do the bottom. And then flip it, and then you're going to do the same thing here. And you're like, do I need to do that? No, you don't need to do that. I like doing it. I think it adds an extra pop of dimension to the eye. And you can go back looking at the front of it and see, did I miss any spots? Do I need to add a little bit of extra something? So the very, very last thing I do is I really want that eye to pop. I really want that eye to look like a dragon eye. I will grab my silver, or you could use white or whatever, something lighter. You want something lighter or whatever color you want to do. And I will dot. Like a pupil, like a dot. So there is our dragon eye soap. If you wanted to, you could paint the sides. I don't think it's necessary because I think it's really cool to see the color variations of the soap. I think I did on a couple of them just because I didn't like how the sides came out, so I did paint either the frankincense or the peppermint. Can't remember which one. So I've got this is our frankincense and gold. And yeah, I painted those ones on the side. This is our seaside escape. I think I only have a couple left. I need to make some more. So this is more of our teals and whatever have yous. Teal and silver. That's what I did. I did more of like oceany. And then this is our peppermint icicles. So I did that silver and it's like a silver blue, I think, that I got from Nurture. I think it's called Celestial Blue. So these are in the shop. I've got one left of these, of the dragon blood and the blue. I only have one left, so that's why I'm working on these, getting these painted. And then we completely sold out again of the red version. So I'm working on getting these painted today. I hope that was helpful to anybody out there who's making soap and you're like, how do I paint my micas and glitters like I see people? You can do it with a dry brush. It'll give you a totally different effect. If you really want that color saturation, that color pop, I suggest using rubbing alcohol. It will give you a deeper color. But you can, with your glitters and things like that, I open it up. It's not go everywhere. I just mix my glitter in the top with my rubbing alcohol. Sometimes I add a little bit of mica if I want a color variation or a little bit more color saturation. That's what I mean, color saturation. So I'll add pink or purple. Also, for like our mermaids, for dimension, I don't know that I did it to this one. This one was our black where I added the fleur alert, all different shades of glitter in here. But what I glitters, so like I might do like a gold, a silver, and another color. I have some other glitters that I think it's called Mermaid Tail. It already has several colors of glitter mixed in it already, and that gives you that, you know, that mermaid tail, that variation of different colors and things like that. So that's what I do for my mermaids. It's on. We have glitter everywhere. I think that's it. So yeah, those are just my tips and tricks, and I'm gonna finish getting back to work. I've got several things I need to restock, but I figured I'd pop on here. I know I did this recently, the Dragon Eye soap. So anywho, several of these are ombre. Several of them, I'm unmolding some Nag Champa today, and I think I'm gonna paint them a little bit different color than what I did last time. A great week. I hope you have fun crafting. If you haven't checked it out, I think I put a link of what I'm getting rid of. I still make soap. I'm helping somebody else out. I bought their stuff and I'm selling it for them. And it's stuff that I don't need to use. So anywho, I've got it on Marketplace. Check it out. And a lot of it's been selling kind of quickly. So good luck. And thanks for joining me today for this little tutorial on how I paint our soaps and things like that. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below.